Okay, looks like everything's working. Hey everybody, I'm Jill. I'll be guiding us through the 60-minute Power Vinyasa class. So today starts a new series for, at least for me personally, for teaching that I'm doing, focused on back bends. And so today we'll focus on back bends that involve a lot of shoulder flexion. So that'll be the thing today. No props necessarily needed, though I'm a fan of having blocks or supports nearby anyway, just in case. All right, so we'll begin today in child's pose, extended child's pose. Separate your knees, bring your forehead down, settle into your space. And take a moment here to visualize the full length of your spine. So from your tailbone all the way through, imagine that your spine goes all the way through the crown of your head. Feel the length. And tap into the rhythm of your breath. Invite ease into your inhales. Ease into your exhales. And finally, here in child's pose, bring some awareness to the space right across your upper back, like between your shoulder blades, including your shoulder blades. Travel your awareness from there to the front of your heart space. That was the back of your heart space. An invited sense of ease into that space too. Sense of length, spaciousness. Take your time, come up to your hands and knees. We'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. Take all the time you like getting set up. Make sure that you feel stable. And when you're ready, on your inhales, drop your belly and look forward. On your exhales, round your spine, allow your head to drop. Continue flowing through a few rounds of cat-cow. Let them be, especially the first few rounds, let them be gentle. Let them be easy. Chance to warm up spine, to articulate vertebrae. Build awareness to the full length of your spine. Let's take another full round here, full cycle. When you're ready, come back to your neutral spine, back to tabletop. With an inhale, curl your toes under. Exhale, hips up and back for down dog. Downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal your feet out a few times, bend your knees. Spread your fingers wide. And then choose stillness, settle into stillness. Think about your heels sinking heavy towards the mat. It doesn't matter if they touch or not. It doesn't matter if they ever touch. Allow your heels, that sense of sinking down, help to invite more length into your Achilles tendons, your calves, backs of your knees, hamstrings, even low back. Might continue to travel that length across mid and upper back. And then down dog, step your right foot forward to a lunge. Right foot forward. If it's not already, plant your left palm flat on the floor. With an inhale, find an easy twist. Sweep your right arm up towards the sky and breathe. So lots of space through your chest here. Big reach in your right arm. Energy in your fingertips. Take another breath in. And then breath out, right hand down. Set your back knee down. And again, left palm flat on the floor if it's available. If not, this is a good time for support underneath your hand or maybe your fist. And take your right hand to the inside of your right knee and really gently press your knee away from your torso. Go to the point where you just start to feel sensation. And so this might be plenty of sensation in probably the front of your left hip, maybe the inner part or outer part of your right hip. And so if that's the case, stay here. You're getting plenty of benefit. Continue with your breath. Next option, if you'd like to add on, is to use your left hamstrings to curl your left heel up towards your hip. And so the idea of invoking your hamstrings here is that it might allow some stretch across your left quads, front of your left leg. And so you're welcome to stay here, or you could reach your right hand back, catch your foot, and then use, with an assist from your arm, use the strength to guide your heel towards your hip. And again, it's early in class, let it be gentle. If you have hold of your foot, release it. Let's come back to the lunge, so hands down. Make sure that your right toes point forward. Lift your back knee up. And take a breath in. On your exhale for a wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. Walk your hands around to the left side of your mat if you're using a mat. Pivot your feet so that your feet are parallel to each other. Let your head drop here. Hands could be on the floor, or if you prefer, hands could come to your feet or your ankles. You can invite some movement in here, maybe a few gentle lunges side to side. And then when you come back to center, you can stay exactly as you are, or maybe clasp your hands behind your back to find some space across the fronts of your shoulders, front of your chest. Stay for a breath in. Hands down on the breath out. And now walk your hands around to face your left foot, so pivot around to what would be the back edge of your mat. So now you're in your lunge with your left foot in your field of vision, right foot back. Good. Right palm flat on the floor. Inhale, easy twist, left arm up, and then breathe. Invite that same sense of space across your chest, that same opening, energy in your left hand. Let's take another inhale here. And then exhale, left hand down, back knee down. Take your left hand to the inside of your knee and really gently press away from your torso, just to the point where sensation begins. Breathe into sensation. For right now, keep your left hand here. If you like it, you could hamstring curl your right heel up towards your hip. And so using the strength of your hamstring to add some space to your quads, front of your right leg. Stay here or reach your left hand back, capture your foot, guide your heel towards your hip, and think, roll your left shoulder open at the same time. If you have the bind, release it. Come back to your lunge, so left hand down, lift your right knee up. Good, lunge, step back to downward facing dog. Step your left foot next to your right, downward facing dog in the other direction than when we started. Actively press the mat with your shoulders. Let your heels sink towards the floor. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, walk your feet up towards your hands. Let's take a moment in ragdoll pose. Separate your feet about hip width. Soften your knees. And then today, you might clasp your hands behind your back to find space for your shoulders. If that's more than your shoulders want this early in class, then option to interlace your hands with opposite elbows. You can sway a little side to side if you like. If you're swaying, come back to center. Drop your hands towards the floor. Bring your feet to touch, heel toe, heel toe. Add a halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen your spine, lift your chest. Listen, exhale, find a squat. So lift your heels, sink your hips. Fingertips can come down to the mat, or maybe wrap your arms around your shins. Condense energy that much more. Let's take another breath in. And on your breath out, come down to a seat on your mat. Come down to a seat. Let's take a version of boat pose. So start out with feet in front of you, knees bent. And so in this version of boat pose, we want to really fire up hamstrings. So I invite you to dig your heels into the mat, and as though you're trying to drag your heels back, feel that engagement there. So depending on what surfaces you're working with, you might actually be able to drag your heels back. Like I can kind of pull my mat back. If that's the case, walk your feet a little further, and hopefully it gives you a little less leverage. So you're still engaging just as much, but you might not actually be pulling your mat back. You have options with your arms. Hands can come down on the floor behind you to give low back support. You're still finding lots of engagement in hamstrings, core engagement in two. Second option is arms out in front of you, parallel to the floor. So feel that sense of pulling the mat back with your heels, digging them down at the same time, a lift through your chest. Let's keep this engagement. Let's breathe here for another 4. We'll invite some twists in 3. Keep it for 2. And then on 1, hands either come to heart center or they stay on the floor behind your hips. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist upper body to your right. Think right elbow dropping down towards the floor or right shoulder dropping down towards the floor. Take an inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Let's do it again. Inhale, center. Keep dragging your heels back. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist left. Good. Come back to center, back to your boat pose, Navasana. Now, if you'd like to lift your shins up, you're more than welcome. Keep pulling low belly in and up. Let's stay for 3. We'll lower all the way down in 2. Then on 1, with control, lower all the way down to the floor. Take a full body stretch. So extend your arms forward to the front of your mat, your legs back. Take a full breath in. Feel your abs lengthen, low back lift. And then exhale, arms by your sides. Let's take a moment here, like a little moment in Shavasana. Maybe face your palms up. Full breath in. Full breath out. Before you get too comfortable here in your Shavasana, roll yourself over onto your belly. Let's meet there. Once you're there, set up for locust pose. So you're on your belly, arms long by your torso. With an inhale, lift your head, chest, legs, everything you can lift it up and breathe. So feel engagement here, like you're trying to lift your heels higher to the sky, shoulders back. If you want to reach back for your heels with your fingertips, keep lifting your head slightly. Keep breathing no matter what, and feel all the strength you're building in the entire back line of your body. Hamstrings are building length, glutes, all the entire part of your back, low, mid, and upper. A little bit triceps even as you try and reach back for your heels. Let's take one more moment here, another breath in. On your breath out, hands down, curl your toes under, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and then back. Down dogs, take a full breath in. Let a full breath go. Down dogs, take another inhale. And on your exhale, walk forward to the top of your mat. Find forward fold. Inhale, add halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, this time is mountain pose, so stand all the way up. Extend your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring hands to heart center, thumbs to chest. Take a moment here, breathe. Press your feet evenly into the floor. Make a physical connection. The thumbs pressing into chest, chest rising up to meet thumbs. Let your shoulders drop. So as we are physically finding a lot of space through chest today, especially the front line. I invite you to bring in space to the sense of your body that is encouraged, that is concerned with love. Love, of course, for other people, love for self, love for every other living thing. That's what we're heading towards when we're thinking about this space physically in yoga philosophy. All right, inhale is mountain pose, arms up, reach up. Add a standing back bend. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your chest up, look up. Inhale, back to mountain, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, bow forward, hands towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Forward fold again, exhale. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up, Tadasana. Hands to heart, exhale. Continue with breath. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, standing back bend, Anivatasana. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Again, inhale, mountain, stand up, arms up. Hands to heart as the exhale. Continue, inhale, arms up, mountain. Exhale, standing back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, exhale, step your right foot back for your lunge, right foot back. Set your right knee down for your low lunge. Inhale, chest and arms up. Rise up for crescent moon and breathe. Feel like you're trying to pull your left foot back, send your right knee forward. You might breathe into a little bit of stretch you're getting in the front of your right hip. Take a breath in, option to look up, maybe a subtle little back bend here. Exhale, hands down, plank. Plant your hands, step your left foot back. It's okay to set your knees down here, always okay. Check that your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders either way. Planks, stay for the inhale. Lower all the way down to your belly on the exhale, all the way down. Untuck your toes, set up your locust, so sweep your arms back. With an inhale, lift everything you can lift, rise up, squeeze pinkies together. Exhale, hands down, down dog, hips up and back. Down dog, step your right foot forward. Set your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, chest up, arms up. Breathe, same thing, like you're trying to pull your right foot back, left knee forward. Take an inhale, optional look up. Exhale, hands down, forward fold, step your feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up, mountain. Standing back bend, exhale, look up. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, exhale, step left foot back. Set your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, chest up, option to look up right away. Exhale, hands down for plank, knees up or down, up to you. Stay for the breath in. Lower all the way to belly on the breath out. Inhale, locust, lift everything you can. Exhale, down dog, hips up and then back. Step your left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, option to look up. Exhale, hands down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, standing back bend, chest up, look up. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, exhale, plank. Plant your hands, step your feet back. Still okay to set your knees down. Planks, stay for the breath in. Breath out, lower all the way down to your belly. This time, Bring your forearms forward so your elbows are underneath your shoulders to set up for Sphinx pose. So elbows under shoulders instead of palms. Curl your toes. And with an inhale, lift up to forearm plank. Press your elbows down, lift your hips. Breathe. Think heart forward through your shoulders. Heels back. Low belly strong. Press the floor away so you're getting broad through your shoulder blades. Breathe for another inhale. Lower all the way down on the exhale, knees, then hips, then belly. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders, curl your toes. Inhale, plank or tabletop. Exhale, down dog, hips up and then back. Down dogs, take a breath in. Let a breath go. Down dogs, inhale, lift your right leg high. Press your heel away from your hands. Exhale, low lunge, step it through towards your hands. Set your back knee down. And then inhale, crescent moon, chest up, arms up, and breathe. This time we'll add a little bit of a side bend. So right hand can either come to your hip, or maybe you reach your fingers towards the floor. Stretch your left arm way up and over. And so when we keep energy through your fingertips, that means your stretch is going from your fingertips all the way down to your knee all the way to fingertips. Back up to crescent moon, inhale, arms up. Exhale to add an exalted crescent moon. Right hand could come to the back to your hip again, or to the back of your thigh. And now roll your shoulders slightly to the right. Option to look up towards your left hand. Inhale, back to crescent moon, arms up. Exhale, hands down, step back to down dog. Left leg, inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, tip it through to your hands, right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, chest and arms up. Exhale, side bend to the left, so left hand to hip or fingers reach towards the floor, right arm way up and over. Feel space from your right knee all the way through right fingertips. Inhale, both arms up, crescent moon. Exhale, exalted, left hand down to hip or the back of your thigh. Shoulders go slightly left. Option to look up towards your right hand. Inhale, back to crescent moon, both arms up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to down dog. Take a breath in. Let a breath go. Take an inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through to your hands, and now keep your back knee lifted. Back knee lifted. For a crescent lunge or high lunge, take an inhale, lift your chest, extend your arms overhead, and breathe. Stabilize through your foundation always first. So try and drag your right heel back, your right hip back, left hip forward, and just subtly. Not a whole lot of energy or effort here, more like these are the directions they would be moving if they were moving. Take another inhale. Exhale, low flying crescent, lean forward, airplane arms. Create resistance for your arms as though they're moving through something really, really thick to build strength. Energy in fingertips. Keep your neck long. Right back up to high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Right hand to hip or reaching towards the floor. Left arm up and over. Stabilize by squeezing inner thighs together. A little bit more, try and drag your right heel back, your left foot forward. Inhale, back up to high lunge, arms overhead. Exhale, warrior two, back heel down, arms out wide. Virabhadrasana 2, take a moment here, stabilize. Shoulders over hips. And for reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Left arm down, right arm up and over. Then breathe into the stretch across your entire right side body, but especially through your ribs. Take another inhale to stretch. Exhale, hands down, plank. Let your hands step back. Take a breath in. Breath out, lower all the way down to your belly. This time, keep your hands underneath your shoulders for cobra. Untuck your toes, so shoelace part of your feet down. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Stay for another round of breath. Good, and then lower down, Down dog, hips up and then back. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge, step it through, back knee stays up. Inhale, high lunge, chest up, arms overhead, breathe. So you know to stabilize lower body, think pull ribs like slightly together and down. So we're not getting that little bit of back bend there. We're finding as much length in spine as possible. Ribs together and down. Just slightly. Take another inhale. Exhale, airplane arms, low flying crescent, hinge forward, create resistance again. Think squeeze pinky slightly closer together so you're building that tricep strength. Keep pulling your left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale is high lunge, arms overhead. Exhale, side bend to the left hand down, right arm up and over. It doesn't have to be a ton of movement for it to be effective in the stretch. Inhale, back to high lunge, arms up. Exhale, warrior two, back heel down. Virabhadrasana 2. Squeeze shoulder blades slightly together. Keep pressing through your back foot. Inhale for reverse triangle, straighten your left leg, right arm down, stretch your left arm way up and back. And then exhale, hands down, plank. This time on the breath in, for chaturanga, rock slightly forward on your toes or your knees if they're down. Exhale, bend your elbows halfway or less. Elbows brush into the rib cage. Neck stays long. Inhale, upward facing dog. Hover your thighs, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, down dog, hips up and then back. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Down dogs, take an inhale, prepare to move to the top of your mat. Exhale, bend your knees, step or take a light hop forward. Inhale, add halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find chair pose, bend your knees, lift your chest. Reach your arms by your ears or hands can come to heart and pause here. Take a moment to find the shape, to allow some heat to build in lower body, some strength, some lift and lengthening to unfold in upper body. Steady, calm breath, maybe hips sink 1 inch lower and 1 inch further back. Here's one more inhale. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, this time it's your choice, either chaturanga, high to low plank, or low cobra, upward facing dog, low cobra rather. We'll meet back in down dog as you're ready. Here's the flow. Inhale, lift right leg. Exhale, step it through, lunge. Rise up, inhale, high lunge. Exhale, low flying crescent. Inhale, back up to high lunge. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your leg, big reach. Exhale, hands down, chaturanga or locust, upward facing dog or low cobra. Down dog is where we meet. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step it through. Rise up, inhale, high lunge, reach up. Exhale, low flying, create your resistance. Inhale, arms up, high lunge. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, back up, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, hands to the mat. Chaturanga, maybe forearm plank. Inhale, up dog or maybe low cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, prepare to move forward. Exhale, step or hop, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, hips go down and back, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, your transition to a down dog. Inhale is up dog if you're taking it. Down dog is where we meet. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, rise to high lunge, arms up, reach up. Exhale, low flying crescent and pause here. Low flying crescent and pause. Bring more weight into your front legs. You're getting light on your left toes. And then for one-legged mountain, bring your left knee forward, stand up, extend your arms overhead, breathe. Take a moment to firm your right thigh. Flex your left toes. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's find that same hamstring curl. So send your left leg back like you want to touch your heel right up to your butt. Hamstrings are super engaged. Keep pulling low belly in. Think hips forward. Left hip can roll up in a little bit, but not too much. Good. And set up dancers. Left hand can reach back for your foot or skip it. Right arm extends straight up to the sky. Palm faces in. Take a breath in. On your exhale, either stay or kick into your left hand, hinge forward. Keep reaching up with your right arm. Up with your right arm so that someday you might be inspired to reach back and grab your foot with your right hand too. Steady, calm breath. Feel space open up through the front line of your body. Breathe into that space. Invite in more opening for 3. We'll land so lightly in crescent lunge, high lunge in 2. Keep your left leg strong on 1. Land your toes slightly, lightly lean forward. And then it's inhale, arms up for crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2, arms out wide. Good, warrior 2. Let's find eagle arms with your left arm under your right. Left arm under. You can always grab shoulders or bring your palms together. Take an inhale, lift your elbows up, a little back bend here. Exhale, come back to warrior 2. Release the bind in your arms. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your leg, reach your right arm up and back. And then exhale, hands to the floor, down dog, or any transition you like on your way there. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, high lunge, chest up, arms overhead. Exhale, low flying crescent, airplane arms, and then pause again. Bring weight into your left leg. So you're already pushing off with your right foot. With as little momentum as possible, as much strength and ease as possible. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Right knee forward, arms overhead. Breathe. Stabilize through left leg. Bring your hands to your heart. Soften your shoulders. And then send your right heel back. Hamstring curl your heel back towards your hip. So feel all that engagement, all that strength. And now dancer's pose, right hand back rather, left arm up, full inhale. Exhale, stay if you're happy here, or kick into your right hand, hinge forward, reach up with your left. Feel space open through your chest, through your right shoulder. Feel ease, maybe not ease, but at least steadiness and rhythmic breath. Let's stay for 3. We'll land really lightly in crescent lunge, high lunge in 2. On 1, keep your right leg strong, land your toes soft, lean forward slightly, and then once your toes are landed, inhale, arms up. Exhale, warrior 2. And now it's right arm under left, eagle arms, right arm under. You can grab shoulders or bring your palms to touch. Add that little back bend here. Inhale, elbows up, chin up, arms up. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Release the bind. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your leg. Big reach. Exhale, hands down. Your transition. We'll meet back in down dog as you're ready. Take a full breath in. And let a full breath go. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, prepare to move forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale is chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, eagle on the right. Cross your right arm underneath your left. Still okay to grab shoulders. Wrap your right leg high up and around your left. Find compression here. Squeeze legs together. If it feels right for your shoulders, maybe you lift your elbows to shoulder height. Breathe for 3. We'll uncurl to one-legged mountain in 2. On 1, inhale, arms up, right knee forward. Exhale, dancer's pose, second shot at it. Send your right leg back, hamstring curl your heel towards your hip. Take hold of your foot. Breath in is more length. Exhale, stay or kick and lean. Steady, calm breath. What's different in this round? We're here for 3. We'll land super light in crescent lunge again in 2. On 1, lean forward, land your right toes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, warrior 2. Different here, clasp your hands behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Breath in for a little back bend. Exhale, humble warrior 2. Lean your chest down the diagonal, forward and down. Let your head relax. And your hands can rest on your torso, or you can lift them away from your torso. Different version of a shoulder stretch. Let's take one more breath in. On your breath out, let's head to Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. So bring your hands to the floor. Pivot your feet so they're parallel. You'll be facing the long edge of your mat if you're using a mat. Plant your left hand directly underneath your nose on the floor. Easy twist. Inhale, sweep your right arm up. Breathe. Big reach in your right arm. Keep your hips pretty much level. Here's one more inhale to reach. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, twist left arm up. Breathe. Check in with your right hip. If it came with you on your twist, bring it back right next to your left. One more inhale to reach. Exhale, left hand down. Both hands under shoulders. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front of the mat. Low lunge to the front of the mat. Plant your hands down. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Float your left leg up and back. Exhale, either down dog or maybe a 3-legged chaturanga this time. Up dog if you're taking it. Down dog when you're ready. Take a full breath in. Let a full breath go. Inhale, prepare to move forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, eagle left, Garudasana, left arm under, left leg up and over. Find compression here, squeeze legs together, actively squeeze your legs, it's temporary. Option, lift your elbows to shoulder height. Steady, calm breath. Breathe into the space you're creating across your upper back here. We're here for 3. One-legged mountain in 2. And then on 1, Ekapada Tadasana, left knee up, arms up, inhale. Exhale for dancers, Natarajasana, send your left leg back, hamstring curl your heel in, and then reach back. Inhale to invite in more space. Exhale to stay or kick and lean. Fix your gaze on something steady, something that's not going to move. That'll help balance. Breathe steady as you can for 3. We'll land really lightly in 2. And then on 1, light as you can, lean your forward, land your left toes, and then inhale, arms up, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Find your bind, clasp your hands behind your back, or maybe grab opposite elbows. Take an inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, humble warrior two, lean forward on the diagonal, hinge forward. Same thing, hands can rest on torso or come away from your torso. Keep pressing your back heel down. Let's take one more breath in here. And then breath out, bring your hands down, walk them to the left to find Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold on this side. Let your head drop. And this time it'll be up to you what you decide to do. You can take your twists or lunges or anything else that's calling your name. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath here. And then hands right under shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Float your right leg up and back. And then exhale, down dog. Or chaturanga with right leg lifted, up to you. Take an inhale, prepare to move forward. Exhale, step or float through to a seat this time. Come down to a seat briefly. Extend your legs out long in front of you. We'll move from here to a revolved plank pose. So 2 choices here, legs out long or bend your knees, feet flat on the floor. Either way, bring your hands down behind your hips, fingers point towards your hips. With an inhale, lift your hips up and breathe. If you're here with your knees bent, reverse tabletop, and you feel like maybe you'd like to explore a plank, you could walk your feet forward. They might straighten all the way or not, but feel like you're lifting your hips, whichever version you're in. Lift your chest. Keep breathing. Here's 1 more breath in. And then hips down on the breath out. Come down to a seat. Find Sukhasana. So cross your legs. Easy seat. Good. Inhale, both arms up, reach up. Exhale, bring your left hand down to the floor next to you. Stretch your right arm way up and over. And so now in the seated version with your hand down, you may be able to find more space, especially through lats, serratus. Inhale as both arms up again. Exhale, right hand down, lean up and over to the right. Breathe space into your left side. Good. Inhale, both arms up. This time, exhale, twist to the right. So right hand on the floor behind you, behind your hips, left hand to your knee. Look over your right shoulder. Feel like your spine is as long as possible, so you're not leaning into the twist. You're finding space and twisting across, like through the axis of your spine. Inhale, both arms up, back to center. Exhale, twist left. 1 hand behind you on the floor, 1 hand to your knee. Look over your left shoulder. Good. Back to center. Inhale, both arms up. And then exhale, hands down. Make your way to downward facing dog. Down dog. Take an inhale, shift forward to high plank pose. Actively press the floor away as you breathe. And this time we'll lower down to the count of 4. It's okay to set your knees down first, 3. Almost there, 2. All the way down on 1. And so this is what we've been setting up for all class. We'll take a couple versions of floor bow. Start by extending your right arm forward as though you're swimming it forward. And now hamstring curl, your left heel towards your hip. Feel like you're lifting your knee off the mat already. Maybe you can lift it more than I can. Maybe it doesn't matter. And now reach your hand back towards your foot. Kick into your hand. Look straight forward towards your right hand. Breath in. Breath out, release, and switch. Left arm forward. Right hand right now underneath your shoulder. Bend your right knee, heel towards your hip. Maybe lift your knee slightly. And then reach your right hand back for your foot. Kick into it. Gaze forward towards your left hand. One more breath in. Breath out as you release. This time, bend your elbows so they're parallel to the front edge of your mat. Stack your palms. Bring your forehead down for a moment. And if it feels right, maybe roll your hips a little side to side. Come back to stillness. For floor bow, for Dhanurasana, now bend both knees. Reach back and capture your feet on the outside. And for some of us, this may be plenty. This is enough back bend. We feel like we're getting all the benefit. Great place to stay. Or you could choose to kick into your hands, lift your chest. Think about lifting thighs up. Strong kick. Knees might spread out a little bit. Totally fine. Feel space open through your chest, heart. Stay and breathe for another 3. Lift up. Let's stay for 2. Release on 1. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself very gently up and then back to a brief extended child's pose. So knees out wide, head down. You can bend your elbows if you prefer or stretch your arms out long. And once again, see if you can become aware of the length of your spine. Feel the distance from your tailbone all the way up to your head. From your tailbone all the way up to the space. You can imagine the space right between your ears, where that joint is, your skull connects. One more round of breath. Take your time, no rush. Make your way to downward facing dog. And take an inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your right shin forward and down. And tuck your back toes. Use a breath in to invite more length into your torso. You might even look over your right shoulder. And then gaze forward, come down to your elbows. This is a great time to have a block underneath your forehead or your chest, or especially your right hip. And if this shape is not right for you today, then roll to your back, figure 4 stretch on your back if you prefer right ankle and left thigh. And so if you're in figure 4 on your back, stay there. You have a perfect spot. Enjoy. If you're in pigeon and you're really craving one more quad stretch, one more little bit of a back bend, you might walk your hands back up. Bend your left knee. This time you reach back with your left hand. So same hand to same foot. Gently guide your heel towards your hip. You have the quad stretch, really gently release. Step back to down dog. And if you'd like it, take a scorpion dog in between by bending your right knee. Point your knee to the sky. And then meet back in down dog as you're ready. Inhale this left leg up. Exhale, half pigeon, left shin forward and down. Again, untuck your back toes. Breath in, invite more length to your torso. You could choose to look over your left shoulder to your back foot. And then exhale, gaze forward. Come forward to elbows. Or roll to your back, figure four on your back on this side. Physically in your body, in philosophy of yoga, that space of your heart, that like upper thoracic cavity, is where love comes from, but also courage, bravery, maybe even forgiveness. I invite you to meditate there. Figure fours, hang out where you are. Down dogs, if you want the quad stretch on this side, walk your hands back up. Bend your right knee. Option to reach back with your right hand. Guide your heel towards your hip. You have the bind. Really gently release. Tuck your back toes. Find down dog again. Scorpion dog if you want it. You could bend your left knee, point it to the sky. And down dog as you're ready. Down dogs, take an inhale here. Prepare to move forward. Exhale, step forward, take a seat. And come all the way down to your back. Let's take a moment here in constructive rest. Bend your knees, step your feet out wide. Let your knees drop in towards each other. If you like, bring your hands to your torso. Take a moment, a couple rounds of breath here. To set up a twist, open your arms out wide to a T. Let's take right leg over on top of left, so kind of like eagle legs. Doesn't matter if your ankle tucks underneath your calf or not, though. Take a breath in here. You might choose to lift your shin up. And exhale, let your legs fall to the left. Let your chin fall to the right. Your time, let your hips roll back to center first and then knees follow. Switch the bind of your legs. So now left leg on top of right, cross close to the knees. Now let your knees go to the right, chin go to the left. Hips lead the way back. Knees follow. And uncross your knees. Hug your knees in towards your chest. You can always grab behind your thighs if you prefer. Take a moment here in Apanasana, it's knees to chest pose. And if you like, you might tuck your forehead up towards your shins. Take one more breath in. Exhale, Shavasana. Extend your legs. Relax your arms. Maybe walk your shoulder blades underneath your rib cage. An option to face your palms up. An option to close your eyes. An option to take another shape. You could bend your knees for more low back support. You could take your Shavasana seated if you prefer. Give yourself this time to allow your practice to integrate. You're steeping yourself in all this work you've done with your breath, with asana, gotten to know yourself better, different way. I'll keep track of the time. I'll guide us out in just about 2 or 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Stay longer if you like, if you have the time. If you're ready, bring yourself back, bring some movement into your body. And choose to roll to one side first, and then up to a seat. Hands can rest wherever they naturally landed. You could bring your hands to heart center if you prefer, thumbs to chest. Either way, take a breath in, feel expansion through chest. Open mouth, release. Hands can continue to rest wherever they are, or touch your thumbs right between your eyebrows to this symbolic source of your insight, your intuition. I invite you to honor your practice with an easy bow forward. While we're here, I'd like to acknowledge that we've been benefiting from an ancient practice of well-being from India, and that I personally am practicing on the traditional lands of the Duanj people. And so, in deep gratitude, I bow. Thanks, everybody. I'm Jill. See you next time.